Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. I know I have not cast a game in a long time, so guess what I'm bringing you? Oh, no, he didn't. No, it's a ZVP Fnatic Sen. Oh, come on, everybody knows Sen. Versus the incredible OgsMc in the bottom left and the top right of Xel'Naga Caverns. Now let me tell you, I don't know what a Sen is, but I want one. And I love this map. I love it so hard. I'm going to have sexual relationships with it and make little baby maps. Oh god, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Anyway, this is a match from Star League. It was like a best of 5 or best of 7. There's a lot of games in this series. You guys let me know if you want to see the rest of them after this game. Just throw that down in the comments. If you want to see more of OgsMc versus Sen, tell me, man. I have not watched any of these games. Absolutely none of them. I haven't watched this one either, so I'm pretty excited. I have not even watched pro replays myself in quite a few days. I've been spending a little bit of time laddering with the SSN clan. I've been spending time doing some real life things. I know I haven't been posting much content a whole lot lately, but guys, forgive me. I will be back in the swing of things soon. However, school is starting, so keep that in mind. I'm going back to university, and I'll be doing that stuff. So, Fnatic Sen, man, nothing special yet. There's that spawning pool. It looks like it went down at about 14 or 15. So anyway, OgsMc, he's getting a wall, and as all Protoss should, already putting that spawn location down before the Cyber Core is there. And before the Zealot is even started, before the gateway is even finished. And sometimes that's a good idea on maps where when you place the Cybernetics core, sometimes it gets in the way. If you're trying to rally the Zealot here, let's say, if you've already got your building there, sometimes it's hard to get that spot and you end up sending your Zealot down to the low ground. So, oh, wow, so he's completely, okay. So he made me look silly. I don't like this at all. Not one bit. We're getting 2 Zealots right off the bat, so really weird build from him. Plus he's getting a gas. So I have not seen this before. Guys, if you've seen this before, I'm sorry. And there was a chrono on that gateway, so he is chronoing out Zealots. And they're going down here. I don't even begin to know what the hell's going on. This Overlord is going to see that. The Zealot sees that Overlord and he doesn't want to let the Zerg player know that these Zealots are here. Something weird is going on, guys. This probe is getting chased down by Lings because I'm imagining it was trying to deny this fast expansion here for Sen, but that expansion did in fact go down, and we're seeing a lot of drones here now. But as we did spend money on speed, we did spend money on a hatch, and we did spend money on a queen, there are no more drones coming out for the next little bit. So that'll actually be a second queen for this expansion here. Now we have 2 Zealots crossing the map. Is anything going to be joining them? There's a sentry on the way. It actually looks like it might be 3 Zealots. It is in fact 3 Zealots. What a harass. I like this. I like this a lot. OgsMc guys coming out with some pretty weird stuff. Ooh, queens are going to come down here to deal with this, which, I mean, they're going to have to. Wow, lots of Lings coming out now for Sen. I'm not sure that these Zealots will be able to hold. They will. What this did was force Sen to build the Lings when he would have wanted to drone. Those Zealots did their job, and there's no Maynard to the new hatcheries, so that's good too. He is going to be training more Lings. He doesn't want to train Lings, but he's got to, or those Zealots will do some damage. So this is a really cool play from OgsMc. I like that a lot. Guys, from the Zerg perspective, I want to say that Sen maybe overreacted a little bit. That's a lot of Lings. I think even the queens could have dealt with these with just a few Lings. Because remember, those Zealots are a melee unit. Look how one-sided that battle was for those Lings. So yeah, a few too many Lings I think were made for Sen. So that's you know, I want to comment on both players. So first of all, I want to say OgsMc's build was very unique, very interesting, and I like how he did that. It got his expansion down way faster because he didn't need to go 3 gates. So that was pretty exciting. I liked that a lot. Zerg player, I think, overreacted. He could be farther ahead in Econ. Let's take a look at the income tab. I want to see where they stand. Zerg is actually still ahead, 32 harvesters to 28 on the Protoss side of things. And I think that's only going to slant farther in Sen's favor, as Loki is producing 6 drones, so that definitely, like 6 drones at a time. Oh my god, that makes me cry. So we are now 38-30, despite the pressure that the Protoss player put down. So that is some premium injection timing, although, look at this, we aren't seeing, there it goes, finally. But yeah, no, to get that kind of production, to pull that far ahead, I mean, 42 harvesters at 7:30, that is ridiculous. I am grateful as hell to have 50 at 10 minutes as a Protoss player, and this makes me sad. So we are seeing a bit of an army coming out. This sentry count with Zealots, that's going to be something difficult for Sen to hold off. He's getting a Roach Warren. He's going to be taking a 3rd as well. And there's going to be some explosive economy from the Zerg player, but he needs more than just Lings. That's why this Roach Warren is going down. With the sentry count that OgsMc does have, he will be able to just defend against Lings forever with those sentry and some good micro. But we are seeing OgsMc try to get this expansion saturated as well as his main. He will have to look at taking a 3rd eventually. He does have that Twilight. Is this going to be DTs? That is going to be a DT shrine. Going back to the production tab, don't miss anything. We have 8 roaches coming out, but 2 spore crawlers coming out for Sen. So Sen being very preemptive. Seeing those Zealots come out makes him think that the Protoss player is pooling gas. And there was sentry. Look at the engagement here. Very good positioning for OgsMc. He does not have to worry too much about anything. There is a cannon here to add some additional firepower and some range so that these units don't end up having to chase too much and stop them from getting kited around. Kited? I don't know if you'd put an AD on there, but I did. It did indeed. Sen is getting quite the roach count, and with an economy like he has, why not? He's at the gold now, okay? Sen has got the gold. He's being very aggressive with expansions, and he's expanding forward towards the Protoss, which for Terran, that's a good idea. For Protoss, it's kind of a good idea too. For Zerg, I'm not really sure. Things like remote expansions really work to the Zerg's favor because, well, slow Protoss balls are pushing to opposite corners of the map to go deal with an expansion that's remote. That's when the run-bys start happening because Zerg is very, very, very mobile and very reactive. So, you know, creating situations like remote expansions, forcing the Protoss player to wander away from the main highway, I guess, call it. Those are the kind of things that win games. But this gold expansion, that's going to be key if OgsMc decides to let him hold that for too long. There's not much of an army here. In fact, there's more roaches alone than what OgsMc has for army, not to mention the Ling count as well. So we only have 4 gates? We got, wow, 3 more gates going down. Currently we actually only have 3 gates until those 3 finish. So it would be 6-gate robo. Sorry, with blink and weapons 1. So preemptively breaking those rocks, always a good idea. Guys, you want to get those down before you actually need the expansion. And I mean, if your army's just sitting around, why not make them do something? Make them take the towers, make them scout the map, make them break rocks that you will need to break later. I mean, why wait until you need the expansion to start working on those rocks? Man, Sen is being so preemptive. I freaking love it. He's got those overseers. OgsMc, I think, somehow knew that there was detection for the Zerg player, as he did not commit to those DTs in the end. Oh, there is a DT here. I'm gonna get cleaned up by the Lings with the Overseer, though. We are seeing a Changeling go down. I'm not sure why he decided to use the Changeling so far from home, but that is the case. We are setting up a perimeter now. You don't want to drop the Nexus first, because run-bys will just end that thing's face. There was an Overlord spewing creep here, but that looks like it was dealt with. Look at the army here. They're going to be Banelings, and that is going to be bad news if the force fields are wrong. But OgsMc, as we know and love, he will be able to do something about it, I'm sure. He's backing off. Force fields good. Look at those force fields. I am, okay, pausing the game. Look at how perfect those are. There is almost no overlap anywhere, and you saw how fast they went down. Holy shit, you guys can bitch about OP force fields, but that took practice, that took micro. Oh my god, that was good force fields. And look at 3 more, just mint. Man, I can't even do, I spilled a drink on my keyboard the other day. Oh my god, more! Look at those, just beautiful. Those were less awesome. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Overlord's going down for Sen. I spilled a drink on my keyboard yesterday, and the bad news there is it was right on my F key. I'm a Protoss player. force fields are a little bit tricky now, and that makes me sad face. I've used a few force fields that didn't go the way I wanted them to. They were nothing like OgsMc's. Holy ball sacks. Batman. I guess I can't say holy anything without Batman at the end. That's it's a religious thing. I'm sorry. Anyway, Baneling's gonna smash into this army. Not gonna do too much if it runs into a stalker. To see what he did there, he walked the stalker forward on purpose to try to take a blunt force, try to take a blow from the Banelings, and it worked pretty well. Except there's just so much army there for the Zerg, and that will be able to resupply very quickly. Now we have infestors coming out for the Zerg, and this is bad news for OgsMc because he's relying on Blink here, but if a fungal growth goes down on those Blink stalkers, they won't be able to go anywhere, and that's bad news bears. There's so many Lings in the field. Stalkers just don't have the firing rate to deal with Lings in mass numbers like that, and they take so much damage because they're so big. There's a lot of surface area for those Lings to get around them and start hacking away. And every second that OgsMc is not pushing forward, Sen is getting more infestors, he's getting more economy, he's getting more units. Look, he's taking his 4th now, and OgsMc, he needs his own gold to keep up here. A lot of Lings scouting the map for those extra bases. Only 2 cannons here, and they're not covered well surface area wise, so a bunch of Lings will be able to come in here and rape those cannons upside down and backwards. Oh my god, these stalkers are not where they want to be. Blink saving them a little, wandering into cannon fire, which is good for the stalkers. Warping in a few more, but they're just getting devoured. Look at that. Overlord's coming in and doing a Baneling drop. These Lings are a little out of control. I don't know how much. Actually, we can do this. So actually, only 4 workers were killed. So not quite as cost effective as you want to be with those Banelings in terms of line drops. I mean, you invest a lot into that overload speed, which is a useful thing to have, whether you can make a Baneling drop work or not. But that carrying upgrade, not entirely useful for Zerg unless you make it count. But here it goes, lots more Banelings being loaded up. OgsMc saw that first Baneling drop. He really needs to think about this now. He needs to cover his bases in terms of being able to defend against those. The problem is if he blinks under the Overlords to kill the Overlords, he's under them to get dropped on, and those Banelings are doing maximum spread on those Stalkers. OgsMc is out of position, and he knows it now. He's going to have to funnel into this combat. Oh my goodness, this is not a good situation for OgsMc at all. Oh, the Banelings get right on top of the army. Zealots in front trying to deal with all the Lings. There might still be enough here for OgsMc. It looks like that Zerg army melted pretty hard, but the damage was done. OgsMc just lost his Nexus. He will be able to snipe it again. I think OgsMc canceled it. I don't think it went down 2 damage. Oh my goodness, Sen has so much. He has 1 armor on his roaches too. Blinking into this little narrow passageway to try to deal with these Lings. I think this game is over already. OgsMc is being overtaken by the Zerg player. Fnatic Sen is playing phenomenally, and DT is trying to salvage the situation, but the natural Nexus goes down, and OgsMc GG's, guys. Zerg player takes a game from OgsMc. Is the Zerg just dominating, or is OgsMc falling apart? I don't know, but wow, that was a phenomenal game, and I am so proud of this Zerg player for taking a game off the OgsMc. Guys, I love Sen, and I'm so glad he won this game. I'm Z Sen Incarnate. You're watching StarCrafting. I hope you enjoyed.